Well, Mark Prince's son, Kiyan, was fatally stabbed in London back in 2006. And he's now the founder and the director of the Kiyan Prince Foundation. And he joins us live now. So good afternoon to you, and thank you so much for speaking to us here at Euronews Now. Now, you did lose your son to knife crime, and now you're trying to educate people, young people, on how to avoid getting involved in violence. How bad do you think the situation is in London right now?
Well, the situation's getting terrible by the day. It's getting worse, unfortunately. The government haven't listened, haven't paid attention to individuals like myself, and there's many of us out there that are doing great work. I've been honoured by the Queen, getting an OBE for the work I've been done, honoured by universities, got a doctorate for the work I've been doing. So why aren't they listening, and why aren't they acting on the findings that we have and the programmes that we're putting together?
And why aren't they? That is the question I'm asking you. I mean, Boris Johnson, the new Prime Minister, has promised to tackle this issue. Do you have any faith in him?
I've got no faith in people that keep talking and don't act. So whether it's him or anybody else, we have to be people of action and not people that are just speaking. It's why I have some questions. Why isn't the public health model being used? Why are we still talking about more policing? It's evident that he's just replacing the police that have been taken off the force. So that's not going to help. It's not an enforcement issue. It's a mental health issue more than it is an enforcement issue. We're just criminalising young people and creating a revenue from the prison system when we need to start tackling this and supporting young people from grassroots levels.
And that's exactly what you have been doing. Can you tell us a bit more about how you're teaching youngsters to stay away from knives and stay away from violence?
Oh, of course. We try and give young people what the educational system hasn't been set up to deliver. So we focus on EQ, emotional quotient. You know, school focuses on IQ, but it's great having IQ to have grades. But when you get out in the real world, you need emotional intelligence to be able to deal with the ups and downs of life, the challenges that life faces, communicating, building relationships, handling things that unfortunately don't go your way, which is a normal everyday instance for most people. And we help young people to be able to develop this and to be able to have self-belief, to understand that they are built with a purpose, they are made with a purpose, and they have great potential. And we try to train them up, give them that success model, that great mindset needed so they can begin to go out in life and become great additions to society and not follow this option of tackling knives to deal with their conflicts.
And you described the situation there as terrible. Why do you think it's so bad?
Well, look, I buried my son in 2006 and that pain is still with me from then. And I've been doing interviews. It's 2019. And I've been asked the same questions in 2019 that I've been asked in 2006. So it's obviously that no one's listening. I told the government from 2006-07 they need to put a 10-year plan in place to begin to tackle this. And if it was put in place, we'd start seeing some results by now. But all we're seeing is the rise of this getting worse. It's like a cancer that you ignore and you're talking about you're going to do something, but nothing's been done. So it's going to get worse.
It's going to get worse. So we'll certainly keep an eye on that issue and, of course, what Boris Johnson does. Mark Prince, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for speaking to us.
We're running a campaign for the Inspiring Future Champions, and it's not even been considered to be put into a national campaign. And I think things like that is a travesty, because we've shown and demonstrated that our work really has an impact and changes young people's lives. So I'm asking the public, if the government don't, support Kiyan Prince Foundation and Inspiring Future Champions. We're touring London to impact young people's lives against knives. Put your knives down, take up your great potential.
Indeed. Mark Prince, keep up the good work, and thank you so much for speaking to us here today on Euronews Now.